your care package to take with you. And the first item in that care package is an invisible pair of new glasses. Imagine yourself, or remember when you went to the Riviera a couple years ago and you were laying on the beach and it was quiet in the morning, nobody was on the beach, and you were just feeling the breeze and looking over the ocean, and the sun was rising and glistening on the water, and you looked out to the horizon, and what you saw on the horizon was just a clear line. And that clear line represented where the water met the sky. And it appeared that that was the end. Could you see the water anymore? It ended right there at that line on the horizon. Could you see the sky anymore? Back in the 1400s and before, when explorers used to sail around the world like Columbus and like, what did they think happened when sailors went out into the sea and they looked out on the horizon? Fall off? Yeah! They thought it was the end of the world. They thought the world was flat. So if you rely on your eyes only, your eyes can deceive you. If you rely on only your five senses, your perception can be very deceiving. And so they never ventured out because they thought they would fall off and disappear and die. That limited folks, that limited people. How often do we do that? How often do we look at certain things and say, it seems like
that's the end.
Okay, the end. So we don't take action. So often we do that, and we need to get over that. Be brave, not depend on what we think we see, how we interpret certain things. Second example, of these two horizontal lines, tell me the obvious, please. Tell me which one is longer.
Bottom.
The bottom one.
Looks longer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is not rocket science. Which one looks longer? The bottom one. I mean, that's what I see. Do you see that also?
Right.
Absolutely. Well, let's measure it. You see these dotted lines? It's kind of faint right here. These dotted lines, it indicates that the two horizontal lines are the same length. But it appears to be different. It appears to be longer. Do you see what the eye is doing? Do you see what and this is true for our rudimentary five senses. We interpret things not as they actually are, but what they appear to be, which is not always true. Another example, right now. Peter, I want you to sit as still as you possibly can, please. I'm not going to ask Deandra because she probably knows the answer. And Jackie, I really don't know your background, so I'm going to choose you. I love the color red, so I was attracted to you. Is Peter moving?
Yes.
And I asked him to sit still. Peter, please sit as still as you possibly can.
Stop wiggling.
Okay, the actress. Peter, thank you for that. The actress, Early. Oh, please sit as still as you possibly can. Actually, hold your breath. Real quick. Jackie, is she moving?
Yes.
Stop moving, Orly. Is she moving? Oh, she's blinking. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, she was moving. She was blinking. Her heart was beating. You can see a little bit of wiggle, what have you. That's what our eyes tell us. Let me also share with you that not only Laura Lee and not only Peter and not only me, but everybody in this room is moving at dizzying speeds. Dizzying speeds. How so? Your mind is going a mile a minute. The blood is flowing. Can't see those things. There's something else you can't see. You cannot see the earth rotating on its axis. And not only is the earth rotating on its axis, the earth is also orbiting the moon. I mean, the sun. We're moving at dizzying speeds. Yet and you always trust what your eyes and your five senses are telling you? Can you see how this is possibly applicable to your moving into a new career transition and opportunities, turning down opportunities, not recognizing opportunities, blocking certain opportunities, and even your personal growth? Another example. I would rather see a tree out of the window, but we don't have a window. I was going to ask you, what color are the leaves on a tree in the spring? But I'm really drawn to the red. I love red. What color is Jackie's sweater? Purple. By now you're on to me. Duh, it's red, isn't it?
It's the only answer I can come up with.
What else could it be? I mean, I wear glasses, but I don't have to read, but I don't need glasses to see that is red. So of course her sweater is red. Right or right?
Right.
Right.
Very natural light.
The different shades of red.
I'll let you guys work this out with me. You can do this. You can do this. Let's say natural light. Good idea. Let's imagine there's a huge window here, and it is a sunny day, and the sun is pouring in and shining on her sweater. What do you know about the sunlight? Yes, it's a rainbow. Yes, the sunlight is composed of 7 individual colors, and those are the 7 colors in the rainbow. And when they're all together, it appears to be one color. This is the way color theory works, and this is true for everything. When light strikes an object, the dye molecules in an object will absorb certain numbers of the 7 colors of the rainbow. It just so happens that her sweater absorbs every color of the rainbow except red. Your sweater is the color of every color of the rainbow except red. It is not red, so it bounces back the red color to my eye. And that's why I see red.
See what?
Say that one more time. So in the absence of light, there is no color.
Correct. You got it. You got it.
But we've got zebra dog.
Right. And it's not the same.
We get dark outside.
So like the same thing, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one to hear it, it's really makes
Anybody know the colors of rainbows in order?
Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. Biv. R-O-Y-G-B.
Was that a test?
Yeah, no. So what do you think G stands for? Yep.
God.
B. I is indigo. And B is. It just so happens that Jackie's sweater absorbs these 3 colors.
Those
Okay.
3 colors?
I'm sorry, 3. These 6 colors.
You're tricking me all the way around.
I'll tell you. Her sweater absorbs 6 colors. It does not absorb red. If it does not absorb red, what's the opposite of absorption? It emits or reflects it. Reflects red. When it reflects red, that's what the sensors in your eyes pick up. So you see red. So you see the opposite of what it actually is in terms of color.
So can I try to understand that?
Please
Like
do.
in Lisa's terms?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and
Thank
violet.
you. That is the color of her sweater.
That is the color of her sweater. Yes, right. The color of her sweater is orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
Yes, a combination of those colors.
Right. However, the red is being bounced off,
Yep.
and that's what I see. But what is it being bounced off of? I mean, because her sweater has only those colors, so why is red even bouncing off? Because of the rainbow?
I thought it was off.
Because everything has those colors? I mean, I missed that point.
I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this.
Yeah, just put a little ignorance in the room, and then the wisdom will shine.
No.
No, I mean, that's what I
Don't
just,
do that. Don't do that.
I'm not saying I'm not smart. I'm not smart in this area. Okay? I'm okay with that.
No, you are. You know colors.
Obviously, I don't know
What's
colors.
Design.
I forget what it goes.
I look at them.
Bluish, navy purple, or something.
Blue is above it. I mean, that's what I would think. You got blue and
Indigo is a cross between blue and violet.
So between yellow and blue is green, and between red and yellow is orange.
Indigo is your
I got you.
color
It's
for
a
jeans.
mix.
Okay. Here are her sweaters made up of dyes. See, there's dyes, there's stuff. Okay?
Right.
And these dyes, what they do is absorb different colors.
Uh-huh.
And the dyes in her sweater, they want to absorb all of these 6 different colors, but it does not absorb red.
Gotcha.
So, if it doesn't absorb red, red will hit the sweater and bounce back, and your eye, how do you draw an eye from here? Your eye picks it up. That's an eye, by the way. And that's what your eye sees.
So even taking it to printer. So like I've got this cartridge I have to stick in my printer, and I've got black, and then I've got the color one that costs so much money.
Yes.
So is that the same aspect as what you're trying to show me? Is it takes all these colors to make any of the colors?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I get that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good. And even just a little bit of aha, that's all you need to crack the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Your world is expanding already.
So you were using the concept of the sun. Is there other light that can reflect a different color?
Yes. Neon light will do
Ah.
a different color. Different light sources will.
Right. Is that the same as black light? Is neon the same as black?
It's not the same. It's not
Okay.
the same.
That's why whenever you try on clothes and you try to match things in the store and you get outside
Ah.
and you're like, well, I mean, doggone, this is not black. This is not blue. It's because of the light source that is provided in that store. If you shop for a model home, you will notice all the little small lights all over the place. It gives you the illusion that the house is well lit. Then you buy the exact same house, you don't buy the extra lights, and you're wondering why you're having to open all the blinds to get the same thing.
Mm.
So why, is there any truth to men, the theory of men being colorblind versus women?
Yes. 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 It is true. It is true. They have different receptors in their eyes than we do.
They have what?
Different receptors.
Ah.
All men or just some?
I don't know.
And in their brain too.
I'm married to one, so that's colorblind.
I don't know. I just heard it as a generalization. And then I love your analogy with the store because I think of makeup. You know, like sometimes
That's right.
you'll go and get
That's
your
right.
makeup done in
That's
the
right.
store and you look fabulous in the store and you get outside and you're like, what the heck? And you know, you have the bag. So, yeah.
You also have the receipt. That's the Don't ever be afraid to take things back. Because if you're afraid to return something, you're also afraid to let go of stuff.
Admit, girl.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Don't ever be afraid to take things back. Because if you're afraid to return things that you don't need, then you're afraid to let go of things.
Wow.
That's deep.
That is very deep.
Do you have things to return?
I'm trying to think. I think I got them all covered.
Okay.
It's interesting. You know, I think I have found myself, I used to always take stuff back. And I have found myself hanging on to things a little bit lately. Even a pair of shoes that really don't fit. Because they're a little too big. I'm like, I'll just hang on to them. Why? Lazy? Don't want to go to the store?
As you get older, your feet get bigger.
I'll wear bigger socks.